Welcome back, scholars. Today we are going to read another story, and once again, I am not going to pick ahead of time. So I have not planned what I'm going to read to you today. Let's pick a mystery story out of our box. Let's go ahead and see what we're going to read today. Ooh, and we are in for a treat. Today our story will be Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. And I know a lot of you have heard this story, but there are some people out there who have not. So let's go ahead and get started. And this book is one of my books from when I was a child. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one of a kind. And another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating supper. That's his bedroom. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world around him. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. And boys and girls, gnashed just means to show their terrible teeth. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." And I bet you're wondering, Miss Turner, what does rumpus mean? Well, rumpus, it means a noisy commotion. Noisy commotion. Well, commotion, Miss Turner, what does commotion mean? It's like an uproar, like a loud, crazy noise, or like somebody's disturbing you. It's a bad noise. So it's not necessarily good. It's not always good. So a noisy commotion. Loud, loud noise. Scary noise. And there they are. With the wild rumpus start. There's their wild rumpus. So maybe they're howling, maybe they're screaming. What would your wild rumpus look like? Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. Right? So he was tired of being wild and crazy and noisy and loud. He wanted to go home and have a home-cooked meal. I don't blame him, right? We can all have fun and be wild and crazy, but sometimes there's always a time and a place for something. Then it's time to go home. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. There they go. He's going off. He's going home, and there are the wild things. They want him to stay. And sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. What do you think is in that bowl? I think he's eating a nice big bowl of spaghetti. What do you kids think he's eating? And it was still hot. The end. Well, that was the end of Where the Wild Things Are. I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I love that story. And I hope you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more stories from Miss Turner. See you next time. Bye-bye.